to another core and stretch video. So today, as always, we are going to do 3 core exercises and we are going to do them twice, and then we're going to finish off the remainder of the video with some gentle stretching. So you shouldn't need any equipment today, just a mat or a soft surface. If you have blocks or pillows, they can be definitely handy to keep around, but if not, don't worry about it. All right, we're just going to start with a couple deep breaths. I'm just going to get you to come to a comfortable seated position. So that can be on your knees or cross-legged, whatever feels good. Maybe just closing your eyes. We'll take one nice deep inhale here. Exhale. Letting it go. Let's do that again. Deep inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Gently opening those eyes. And let's begin. All right, we're going to start on our back for those core exercises. Well, almost on our back. We're going to start in a boat position. So, with your tailbone on the ground, your legs are going to be lifted to 90 degrees. You're going to bring your arms by your side, relax those shoulders. Now from here, you can just choose to hold your boat, keeping that core nice and tight. Otherwise, we're going to slowly begin to lower down to a hover, extending the legs, and then slowly bring it back up. So, we're going to hang out here about 45 seconds or so. You're going to go nice and slow and controlled. Now remember, you can just hold the boat wherever that feels comfortable. So maybe it's like halfway down, you want to challenge yourself. Maybe it's all the way up. Otherwise, we're extending, lengthening, and squeezing back to center. Beautiful. So taking your time here, finding your nice, beautiful, strong control. In about 10 seconds, we're going to meet at the top of the boat, and we're just going to pulse out those arms for a 20 count to finish this off. In 3, in 2, and 1. All right, come to the top, legs to 90 degrees. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, release down, come onto your back. Deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. All right, from your back, you're going to take your arms and your legs straight up towards the ceiling. Then we're just going to alternate, lowering opposite arm and opposite leg towards the mat. Pause in a hover. Slowly with control, come back to center. Now, the key with this one is we want to go nice and slow and controlled, and you want to maintain that connection between your lower back and the mat here, or the ground if you're not on a mat. And again, if you go slow and controlled as you extend and as you lower, you should be able to feel that engagement of that core working here. Beautiful. So again, taking your time here, finding your own breath pace. And again, if you need to keep a slight bend to your legs like I have, find wherever you need them to be. So slight bend, slightly lowered, maybe you don't come all the way down in that hover because you lose connection between the lower back and the mat. Whatever, find the spot that works for you. All right, in 10, we're going to bring our arms to our side and we're going to bring our legs to 90 degrees. We're just going to do a mini leg drop pulse in 3, 2, and 1. So arms come to the side, bend those legs to 90 degrees. From 90 degrees, slightly drop them forward so you can feel that core fire. We're just going to do a little pulse right here for 20, 19, 18, little movement, 17, 16, core stays engaged, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Nice job. Inhale. Exhale. Letting it go. Fantastic. All right, we are going to do that third exercise in a plank. So come into either a forearm plank or a plank on your palms, setting it up. Core is nice and tight. We're just going to gently lift one leg into the air, lower back down, and switch sides. So when we're in a plank, our body's in a nice straight line here, looking forward and down with that neck. So it's in one straight line with that spine. Now again, you can be doing this from your forearms in a forearm plank. You can also choose to just hold that plank nice and strong here. Okay, we're not going to add on to this one. Almost there. Last 10. Breathe through it. You've got 5, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Gently lower down. Let's take that left cheek onto the mat. Arms come by your side. Deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Letting it go. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do that core set one more time, but before we do, let's stretch out that lower back. You're going to take those palms, you're going to plant them nice and tight in towards the side of your chest here. Pressing into the palms, you're going to lift your chest up. Now, I want you to try and use as much as your lower back strength here as you are pressing into your palms. That combination of both is going to lift your chest up. If you prefer, you can press all the way into the palms, straightening out those arms, shoulder blades down and back. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. All right, wherever you are, pressing into those palms, hips come to heels, child's pose. Your knees can be together, nice and wide, your arms in front or by your side. Just taking about 2 breaths here to reset. Fabulous. Okay, let's do that core round one more time and then we'll move on to just that stretching. So coming back into boat position, we've been here before, setting it up. Knees come to 90 degrees, arms by your side, core is engaged. Here we go, slowly lowering down to lengthen and hover, and then squeezing that core to come back to center. Lowering down to lengthen and hover, squeezing that core to come back to center. Now, remember, you can just hold the boat pose right where it is. You don't have to lengthen and lower. Choosing whatever is going to work for your body here. Fantastic. All right, keep breathing. Almost there. We've got about 10 more seconds. You're going to come to the top of that boat. Pulse it out with those arms for a 20 count. In 3, in 2, and 1. Here we go. 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Oh, all right. Inhale. Exhale. Letting it go. Beautiful. Okay, we're on our back. You're going to bring your arms and legs straight up towards the ceiling. Here we go. Slight bend in those legs if you need to. And opposite arm and opposite leg lower towards the ground. And then slowly bring them back to center. And then we switch sides. Opposite arm and opposite leg lowering towards the ground. Slowly bringing them back to center. So you're just finding your nice slow control here. Again, you keep that core nice and tight. Keeping that engagement and that connection between the lower back and your mat or the ground. Beautiful. Breathing here. Maybe closing those eyes if that feels good. All right, 10 more seconds. Then we're going to drop our arms to our side. Our knees are going to bend to 90 degrees. And we're going to do that pulse drop with those legs in 3, in 2, and 1. Knees to 90, arms by your side. From 90 degrees, keep that core engaged. Slightly drop the legs. You feel that belly really fire. And pulse from here. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Nice job. Inhale. Exhale. Letting it all go. Fabulous. All right, last time you're going to come back into that plank position. You can be either on your palms or your forearms. Here we go. So from plank, we're making sure the weight of those shoulders is over your wrists or your elbows, if that's where you are. We're lifting one leg, lowering it back down, and then lifting the other. So keeping one straight line with that spine here. So the neck is looking forward and down, and that booty is in line with the rest of that spine here. So inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Breathing so strong. Keep that core tight. Almost there. Last 10 seconds. Yes, you can. All right, finish it out. Finish it out. Last little bit of core work. For 3, for 2, and 1. Amazing. Gently lower down to your mat. This time we're going to take that right cheek, lower down to the mat, arms by your side. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Beautiful. All right, from here, you can come back to cobra or upward dog that we did last time. Otherwise, now we're going to take our elbows, bring them underneath our shoulders. Forearms are on the ground, parallel to one another, pressing into your forearms and your palms. You're going to draw that chest forward, squeezing those shoulder blades together on your back. Shoulder blades are down and back here. As you do this, you should feel a really nice lengthening through that lower back. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath here. And then from here, you're going to gently release. Press into those palms. Your hips are coming back towards your heels for a child's pose. So again, your knees can be together, or they can be nice and wide. Your arms can be straight forward in front of you, or they can be by your side, whatever feels good for your body. Just taking a couple breaths here to reset. Beautiful. From here, I want you to press into your palms and come onto hands and knees for a tabletop position. So you're going to take your palms, readjust them so underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath hips, toes can be tucked or untucked. We're going to do some cat-cow here for some back mobility. So on your inhale, I want you to bring your chest forward and up. And on your exhale, you're just going to arch that back like an angry cat. So we're going to stay here about 7 to 10 breaths, and I just want you to take your time slowly inhaling and exhaling at a pace that feels good for your own body here. Taking your time, finding any little spots along the way that might feel good to stop and explore a little bit. Beautiful. Let's take about 2 more breath cycles here. So just finishing off your final inhales and exhales. And then when you're finished, gently making your way up onto your knees. From here, face the camera for a second. We're going to go into a camel pose. So a lot of this during the day. We're going to do a bit of this. We're going to open up that chest. So I'm going to face away from you to show you where I want your hands to be. So toes, once again, can be tucked or untucked. Your palms are going to come to the top of your hips. You're going to gently press your hips forward. And as you do that, you're going to make sure that your chest is pointing up towards the ceiling. So chest stays lifted, hips press forward. Now maybe you feel that nice chest opener right here, Otherwise, you can begin to bring those palms down to your heels. Now, if you do that, I want you to make sure you're still continuing to press your hips forward and bringing that chest up. So I'm going to release for a second. You stay where you are. I'm going to come to this side so you can see a side angle of that as well. Beautiful. So wherever you are, maybe closing your eyes if that feels good. Just going to breathe here, inhaling and exhaling. Stay here one more breath. Beautiful. If your palms came down to your heels, you're going to bring them back to your lower back. Gently come up, release back down. We're going to take it into a downward dog to release. So coming onto your palms, hips come into the air, and we're just going to shake out one leg at a time. Beautiful. And then maybe pressing into those palms, hips back, feeling that nice stretch and lengthening through your back here. Fantastic. All right, from here, we're going to bring both legs through. I'm going to come onto your booty, and we're going to extend those legs, stretching out the back of the leg. So if you know you're going to go all the way, you can start with your knees slightly bent, grab onto the outside of your feet, and then let them stretch forward till they come all the way down to the mat. Now, if you're like, not that flexible, you're going to start with your legs straight, and then you're slowly going to bring yourself forward, grabbing onto whatever you can here, shins or ankles. So wherever you are, your legs are straight, but you're holding wherever it makes sense for your body. And I want you to keep that back nice and straight as you hinge from the hips to come forward. So you should feel a nice lengthening in this one through the back of your legs and then through that lower back. And then once you're in it, I just want you to notice, do a scan of your body. See if you're holding on to any tension anywhere, tensing out, tightening up. Acknowledge it, and then just release. Allowing your body to just sink into this opening, into this lengthening. And then as you release the tension and you allow your body to come maybe just a little further. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath right here. And then wherever you are holding on to, gently release and just roll yourself back up. Maybe take those shoulder blades. Maybe take your palms behind you for a moment and just press that chest forward. Beautiful. All right, release. We're going to do a little twist here. So let's start with our right leg. You're going to bring it over your left leg. And you're going to come like so with that left leg extended straight in front of you. Then from here, we're going to take our left arm and we're just going to twist around and hook it on our left knee. Your palm's going to come behind you, your right palm, to support you, keeping your spine nice and straight and lengthened as you twist right here. Beautiful. So I want you to think about keeping that spine nice and straight, up and down. Really think about twisting from those hips here and that spine, feeling that nice ringing on the left side of your body. Beautiful. We're going to take one more breath right here. And then you're just going to gently release and go for a nice counter twist. So now we're going to take that right arm, hook it onto the left knee, and just twist the opposite direction. Nice little counter twist for that spine here. Beautiful. Gently release. And we're going to switch sides. So now we're going to take that left leg and we're going to bring it over that right leg. And then we're going to take our right arm, twist it around that left thigh. And our left arm is going to come behind us to help support us, keep that spine straight. And we're just going to gaze here towards the left. Maybe closing your eyes if that feels good. Just keeping that spine nice and upward and straight here. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath right here. And gently release for that counter twist. So now that left arm is coming around, using that right arm to support your spine. And just twisting here. Beautiful. And gently release. It might feel good to just bring that chest forward for a second. So if you just lean forward, if you have your legs, you want to straighten them out, maybe not all the way. And this time, just really think about lengthening that spine forward, just to release after those twists. Beautiful. Gently coming up. All right, we'll stretch out our quads. Best one, most fun, most awkward. You're going to come to the top of your mat and you're going to bring your knees mat width apart, and then you're going to make sure that your ankles are on the outside of your hips here. And then from here, you're going to start to make your way back. Now, maybe this is as far as your body goes. You want to be able to keep the connection between your knees and the ground here. So you want to keep them stable. Otherwise, if it works for your body, you can begin to make your way back, maybe onto forearms, or maybe eventually all the way down. Now, it does not matter how far down you make it. What matters is that you're getting that beautiful lengthening through your quadriceps here. So they're a pretty big muscle group. We use them for pretty much everything we do on a regular basis. Standing, running, cycling, sitting even. So I want you to take this opportunity to just show them a little love and allow for a nice opening here. So once again, do a scan, do a check-in. Are we holding on to any tension here? If so, acknowledge, and let's consciously try and release that. And then allowing your breath to help your body sink just a little bit deeper into that opening. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath right here. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then from wherever you are, you're going to gently make your way back into a downward dog or a tabletop. So take your time. Find your way there however it makes sense to your body. Tabletop, you're going to be on hands and knees, just shaking one leg out, then the other to release. Downward dog, we're back into that inverted V. So you're going to press into those palms, hip comes toward the ceiling, and you can either stay right here or maybe pedaling out to release that fresh blood back through your legs. Fantastic. All right, from here we're going to go into hip opener. So we're going to do pigeon. You're going to bring your right leg into the air, your right knee to your right wrist. You're just going to adjust that shin so that it feels comfortable. When your hips are squared up to the front of your mat, you're going to gently make your way forward and down. So I want you to release any tension in your neck, which means that if your forehead can make it to the mat, rest it there. If it can't, use pillows or blocks or whatever you have, or stack one hand on top of the other to rest your forehead there. But wherever you land, I don't want you to feel any tension in your neck. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath here on this side. And then slowly, gently, you're going to make your way back once more into a tabletop, one hands and knees, or pressing back into a downward dog. And again, if you're in tabletop, we're going to shake out that right leg to release that fresh blood back through. If you're in downward dog, you're just going to pedal it out, or hold downward dog, whatever feels good. And then we're just going to switch to that left side. So bring that left leg into the air, left knee to left wrist. You're going to find a nice comfortable angle for that shin. And with your hips squared to the front of your mat, you're gently going to come forward and down, making sure you have somewhere to rest that forehead, whether it be right on your mat, stacking palms, or using blocks or pillows. Beautiful. We'll take one more breath right here. And then from here, slowly, gently, once again, either making your way back into a tabletop on hands and knees, or into a downward dog. Pedaling out one foot and then the other. Beautiful. From here, you're going to just gently make your way through and onto your back. So you're going to come down to your back. Last stretch we're going to take is a happy baby. So you're going to let your knees come out to the side here as you bring them towards you. Then you're taking your hands through center and you're going to grab the outside of your feet or your shins, your ankles, wherever you can grab hold of. You're going to use the back of your arms to help to open up those inner thighs. You're going to pull down on those feet or shins towards you. So what we're doing is we're simultaneously lengthening that back onto our mat as we open up those inner thighs. Now, you can choose to stay still if it feels good to rock from side to side. Beautiful. Gently releasing, extending one leg and then the other. And then allowing your body to just take up space here, opening up those legs and arms, coming into a corpse pose to finish this off. So let's take one final breath together. Deep inhale. Exhale. just allowing your body to settle in here as you take up space. And just sink into your mat or the ground, wherever you are. And just use this opportunity to absorb all the hard work that you just did. Before we finish, as always, I'm just going to offer you a moment to find gratitude for whatever it is in the world, for yourself, for a neighbor, for anything. And if it feels good to just finish these next few moments exactly where you are, then don't move. Otherwise, you can begin to slowly, gently make your way back up to a comfortable seated position. All right, that concludes our video today. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, for joining me. Hope you are keeping safe and well. And until next time, peace and love.